obviously there's going to be a lot made with this series, or this game specifically, just with 2 7-game series, Nick's having a lot of rest. But the other night you were talking about the cognitive overload and not trying to cognitively overload guys. Is there kind of a value to, they're kind of forced not to overthink, going into this game?
Yeah, I almost feel like, with the quick turnaround, we tried to keep it as simple as possible. Didn't do nearly the deep dive we would do if we had 2-3 days. It just, you can't. There was the emotional part of it, then, coming off a 7-game series, and then we actually gave him a day off. I think we had gotten 28 straight days or something without, doing anything. So I just felt like guys needed a day. Then we did our scout this morning. So be it. The most important thing is, these guys are fresh physically and fresh mentally. Serena, we know they have a massive rest advantage, and we know they're massively favored in this series. But I'd say, from our perspective, it's like, we got to try to, halt their momentum, and it starts tonight. They're playing great basketball. So find a way to stall their momentum a little. So the beginning of this game, first 5-6 minutes, can be important.
What's it like being back here at MSG? Obviously, you guys had the playoff series a couple of years ago.
Right.
What's it like being back?
It's good. Everybody's evolved, everybody's grown, everybody's come into their own skin. Everybody's just a different person coming here. So it's good to see how everybody's grown. Right. Confidence in ourselves and just trying to figure out our offense and defense, trying to refine everything that we have, just trying to make the most of every single game.
Did you impress yourself the way you
Not really. I feel like I still have a lot of things during those games that I didn't accomplish and that I could have improved on, but I'm happy with my performance.
You're in rhythm, right? You. I think the best thing about it is there's no time to think or overthink. You're just there. But then obviously the rest component is obviously a thing. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be playing every other day. I've been getting ready for Memorial Day for the past 9 years at this time of year, so I'd rather this than anything else.
Every team has their championship aspirations. With this group now, you're the closest you've ever gotten to one. What does it take? What have you learned about this group? Extra.
Just the mental toughness, right? Like it's physical. Everybody's tough. Yeah, everybody's beat up. Everybody's something, but gotcha. But the mental, right? Understand that it's going to be the hardest series we've played so far, especially when you have a team that's been off for 2 weeks, right? And understand they found their rhythm. I think they found some of that rhythm's working for them. So for us, just continue to do what we've been doing. I understand it's just going to take whatever we've done times 10.
Oh, yes, they do.
So you expect the same?
Same thing. Maybe not in the same form, right? I don't, not the full court stuff probably as much, but in the half court, they got big, strong guys, and they're super physical. I watched some of that Atlanta series. I think that was one of the keys to them beating Atlanta. Turning that series around. I felt like they got more physical. Good thing is we have, right, like what you said, Joe. Like we have 2 series where we're dealing with that for 48 minutes, basically. And so, but we're not coming in here saying, "Oh, this is," the Knicks they're a very physical team. definitely saw that on film.
You guys have played every other day since April 29th. They've all been high-stakes games, obviously. What do you feel like you know about your team now that maybe you didn't know as well before that started?
I love we're not on this emotional roller coaster as a team. We're pretty even keeled, poised. I keep saying that a lot has to do with our leadership. James is like stoic, Donovan's like that, maybe a little more vocal, but positive. Evan is even keeled. Jay's even keeled. So it starts there. I think that really helps. Max is the one that can get a little, he can go a little up and down, but sometimes we need that. Dennis is vocal. So, but we're by and large a pretty even keeled team.
Coming out of that spin, that's a lot of length to try to get to your mid-range over with Evan Mobley in front of you.
Harden to Wade. Wade up top. Mitchell, nice fake. Three-pointer's good.
The Cavs with a mistake right there.
Mitchell off the bounce, banks it home. An aggressive Donovan Mitchell, already 3 for 3 from the field. Shot clock winding down. Towns blocked by Allen. One-on-one with Bridges. Robinson there to help. Picks it up top. Struce off the bounce. Corner to Schroeder. Wide open three is good. And a Schroeder with the second three-pointer that came down awkwardly on his foot. Came up hobbling initially. Sam Merrill gets inside, lays it up and in, and a foul.
Dave, it's what we needed. Like that change, we needed it. I don't want to get into the reasons why, but we needed the change. And then infusion is, I said it even before before we won these 2 series, I said we're a better team. I've been saying it a lot. We're a better team. We're a better team. We're a better team. Even though, and James always, it's not perfect because we've only been together 2.5 months. I'm still like, man, like, are we running anything right now? Or we side out of bounds sometimes. I get, it's just not, it's not perfect. But I'll take the character and kind of toughness we added, over like, okay, we're a well-oiled machine. I'm glad it's worked out that way, but definitely still work in progress in terms of us getting on the same page offensively and defensively.
Five and Game 7 in Detroit.
And to play a game that clean offensively on the road in a Game 7 with what was at stake, so impressive by the Cavs.
Mobley falls down. Crowd wanted a call, no violation there. 5 of the 24. Mitchell goes right into Hart, kicks it out. Mobley wide open, corner three, it's good. Mobley with his first three-pointer, and the Cavs back up by 4. Off balance, banks it home. Goes crashing to the floor. He's upset, thought there was contact. Cavs, though, not taking advantage and pushing it up. Mobley throws it. Now Wade flies and knocks it down. Wade with his second three-pointer. Wade back to Allen. Mitchell off the bounce. Goes inside. Oh, Euro step. What a beauty from Donovan Mitchell. Mobley, meanwhile, with the block. Harden fakes the three. Inside to Mobley, and an easy bucket for Mobley. Knicks need a timeout. The Cavs now with a 9-point lead, and the Garden has grown quiet.
You have a resilient group.
Yeah,
That seemed like a tough one.
it's a tough one. You know, I thought they hit some really tough shots in that fourth quarter. You know, those 2 threes, prayer threes, and the shot clock. And we got a little unlucky, quite honestly. You know, Brunson obviously took over at the end, and you know, we started double teaming them and try to do some different things. But listen, I'm super proud of the way our group played. We played great basketball tonight for, you know, 3 quarters. You know, unfortunately, fourth quarter. You know, they dominated us in the fourth quarter.
What do you think happened when you guys had the ball in the fourth?
When we had the ball, what are you saying, offensively? Yeah, you know, if my only regret in this, this can happen when you get a little fatigued. I think it just stopped moving. We were pinging the ball all over the place, great ball movement, and then it just got a little stagnant. And I told the guys, I said, we played great basketball the majority of the game. Just the ball stuck at the end there a little bit. We got to keep trusting pass, and then I'd also say we got a ton of great looks that didn't go in. So, you know, we'll look at it. The decision's got to be better. You know, especially when we get fatigued. Sometimes we tend to want to, put our heads down too much. Just got to find a little bit of that.
It's first to four mentality. When I got to the league, I was with Mike Budenholzer, and I was always down when we lost the game, and he always said it's first to four. So at the end of the day, that's the same mindset we have, the mentality we have as a team. Of course, this one hurts, but I mean, it's over. It was yesterday. We can do nothing about it. Be positive, stay together as a team, and come out tomorrow.
Adversity, tough losses, it's kind of cliche-ish. Donovan said, it's 1-0, you're down 1-0. It's that simple, we got to get it back. So, but we had such a positive group. They don't play the emotional roller coaster game.
After what happened in game 1, what did you like about this first quarter response?
I think we started with energy. We just got to clean a few things up, a few turnovers, but I think we started off pretty well.
10 points for you in that first quarter. What's feeling good for you personally?
All my shots. Just playing with confidence, shooting the open ones, and being attack-minded.
All right, thanks for your time.
We appreciate it. Thank you, NYPD.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Mitchell drives, goes inside, the floater's up and good. Ball knocked away and stolen. Tyson comes out of the pack. Schroeder to Tyson. Tyson lays it up and in. Pulls up, jumper won't go. Robinson tips it, but Schroeder grabs it. Kenny Atkinson showing trust in Schroeder. Important minutes here. Tyson whips it out to Harden. Harden extra pass to Mitchell. Mitchell off the bounce. The floater's up. Floater's good. Donovan Mitchell now at 23.
Some days you just miss the open ones. Got great looks. Sometimes running out. Sometimes they're short. Offensively, I'm not worried at all. They did a really good job getting to the paint, trying to find guys, and that's why our assist total was low. It's just because we couldn't make shots, and it was everybody. So nothing to hang our head about. They protected home court, and they've seen us before, so we're going to go get game 3.
You guys have obviously played a lot of basketball over the last month. How much do you think the team is
We're not tired.
taking it to that shot number?
We're not tired. We're ready to go for game 2.
Listen, this, I felt after game 2 we're in a good place. This is a tough one, right? Like you get down 3-0. There's nobody's hanging their heads, or there's no one, there's no one saying, giving speeches or anything, or we're still a together group. We have a great group that believes in each other. We'll stick together. I think we go from there.
Yeah, you can't lose confidence. I mean, we've been working on it all year. Sometimes they don't go in. So, I mean, next game, all of them can go in. You don't know. That's why you got to shoot them with confidence and keep playing the right way.
I think the good news is everybody is aligned in where we want to get to. From ownership on down to front office coaches, the players, we all know we need to dig deep to take that next step. And we did take a big step forward this year. And having that perspective, right? And I always say 2 things can be true. We hated the way it ended. We were disappointed with the way it ended. I think the reason for that is we have higher expectations. We've built this thing to a level of standards, of excellence, and we know we could be better. But the other thing that could be true is we could be proud of what we've accomplished here, be proud of what we've built. Very, very strong foundation We believe in the culture that we built. We believe in the players that we have in-house. We have incredible ownership with great resources that helps us achieve in every aspect of this really difficult game that we're in. So it'd be disingenuous to sit here and not tell you that we aren't disappointed and about the way it ended. But I think across the building, I think we're all very aligned, and we have a foundation here to put us in a position to compete for championships. And it's been a long road to get here, right? It's been 5 years of sustained success, and we're still doing this. But, you know, we have to figure out how we break through it one more time, and that's going to be the most difficult step. So we're already looking internally of how we can get better, having those discussions, and like I said before, completely aligned in a few things. You know, obviously the disappointment of how it ended, but also in a position of strength to continue to fight for what we know the goal will be, is to compete for championships here in Cleveland. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Donovan, obviously looking ahead a little bit, next season, Boston's going to be healthier, Indiana's going to be healthier, Detroit's going to be back, New York's going to still be who they are. How does that fuel the preparation that you're going to have, knowing that the East is not only going to be as good as it was, but potentially stronger?
We're still here. So, that's all that matters.